I think this is the number one reason why people don't make money in their business. So when I sign a client, I bring them on and I ask them to fill in a form. And in that form, it's basic questions about who they're serving, who their target market is. But there's one question there that is, what's the problem you're solving? And everybody that has struggled with getting clients and marketing, everybody I've ever met, whenever I ask them that question, they cannot define that question. They'll tell me about what they do. They'll tell me about the problem they see, but they cannot articulate what's the problem the customer's got that you're going to fix. And it sounds like an obvious question, but for most people, they've never defined it. And that problem then spills over into their lead generation, spills over into their marketing, spills over into their personal brand. Because the problem they're solving isn't defined, everything else ends up a mess. And I see this all the time. And if you don't know what problem you're solving, how do you create those assets? How do you create that content that actually connects with those people who need what you sell? Seems obvious, doesn't it? But I bet you any money, if you look at your profiles on social media, some of you look at your profiles on social media, go and see how easy is it to find out what problem you're solving. What's the problem you're solving? And I feel like a stuck record talking about this because I've seen so many people struggle with this. Like, if you help people get clients, tell people you help people get clients. If you help people overcome a fear of public speaking, tell them that's what you do. But yet we wrap it up in all this bullshit nonsense, and we start talking about it in a jargon-loaded way, or we never actually tell the problem. I'll tell you another one whilst we're here. I look at people's profiles a lot. I am on LinkedIn a lot, and I look at people's profile. I scroll through, and I see no way of looking at what you buy. Nothing, right? What is the point in doing all of this stuff if we're not helping people buy? So I've done this. I had a conversation with a client. You know, sometimes you have a client and you feel like, do you know what I mean? Right? I said to them 3 months ago, you need to have a page on your website that explains what problem you're solving, how you solve it, and how much. And then I want you to put it in your featured section on your LinkedIn profile so that all this traffic you're getting on LinkedIn, they're clicking and looking and reading so they know what you do, and some people will want to know more about it. 3 months later, it's not there because they prioritize everything else and not the fundamentals. And that is the reason why most people don't make any money in their business. They prioritize the shiny objects rather than the fundamentals. What problem are you solving? How will you solve it? What's the price? Get it out.